On the basis of properties, we can say acids are any substance that is sour in taste and which turns blue litmus paper to red is an acid. In this figure, you can see there is a blue litmus paper dipped in a solution of acid and the litmus paper turns red in color, proving that the solution is an acid. Apart from this, when dissolved in water, acids release H ions. Also, acids are corrosive in nature. Example, we know the most common and the most simple example is lemon. Lemon is sour due to citric acid. As we have already discussed that acids are sour in taste. So lemon, orange, curd, all these are sour in taste because of presence of citric acid. Fruits and curds, other fruits also that are sour are because of presence of acids. Let's see how we can categorize acids. Acids can basically be categorized on different bases. For example, on the basis of origin, acids can be of two types, organic acids and mineral acids. Now, organic acids get their name from their origin, and their origin is plant or animal origin. Basically, they are naturally found in different fruits and vegetables. For example, citric acid is found in lemon, tomatoes, oranges. Apart from this, lactic acid is found in milk and curd. Tartaric acid is found in tamarind. The second type is mineral acids. Mineral acids are of mineral origin. That means they are synthesized from mineral resources. For example, sulfuric acids, hydrochloric acids, nitric acid, etc. On the basis of concentration, acids can be categorized into two types, dilute and concentrated. Any solution can be known as dilute. It can be called as dilute when less quantity of salt or solute is dissolved in larger quantity of its solvent. In this case, when less amount of acid is dissolved in larger quantity of water, which means when concentration of acid is lesser in its aqueous solution, it will be known as a dilute acid. On the contrary, when concentration of acid is more in its aqueous solution, that means when more quantity of acid is dissolved in water, it will be known as concentrated acid. Concentrated acids are quite dangerous because they actually have fumes, and if they are spilled on our body parts accidentally, they may cause severe burns. So always be careful while using concentrated acids. On the basis of strength, acids can be categorized into two types, strong acids and weak acids. Strong acids are those which completely dissociate into its ions in its aqueous solution. For example, HCl and H2SO4, and the reaction can be written like this. HCl molecule dissociates to give H ion and chloride ion. Weak acids, on the contrary, are those which do not completely dissociate into its ions in aqueous solutions. The example we can take is acetic acid. It is a weak acid and therefore it does not completely dissociate into its ions. And that is why this arrow we have written over here, which means that the molecules dissociate into its ions, and some of the ions they again join back, and again it forms acetic acid molecules. So, and some of the molecules they are unable to dissociate also. So, the final solution will contain acetic acid molecules plus the dissociated ions. Let's quickly take a look on the common acids that are found in our day-to-day lives. The first and the most common being acetic acid. This is found in vinegar. Actually, vinegar is a very dilute form of acetic acid which is used in cooking, in cooking Chinese food, etc. It is basically added to food for increasing the sourness. Second common acid is citrus acid, which is found in citrus fruits like lemon, orange, tomatoes. Then next is lactic acid, which is found in dairy products like milk, curd, etc. Next is ascorbic acid. This is known as vitamin C. It is again found in fresh cut citrus fruits, tomatoes, lemon and oranges, and in some vegetables also like cauliflower and cabbage. Next is carbonic acid, which is found in soft drinks and soda water. Now, where does this carbonic acid comes from in soft drinks? Actually, when these bottles of cold drinks, they are closed. They are actually closed. While closing, carbon dioxide gas is pressurized into the bottles. So that is why when you open a bottle, the fizz sound comes out and this carbon dioxide gas comes out. So this sound is of that. And the tartness that soft drink contains, it is because of carbonic acid. The point is, carbonic acid is not harmful for health, but sometimes to increase this tartness or tanginess, some phosphoric acid is also added in soft drinks, which makes it harmful for health, and that is why it is said that too much soft drinks should not be consumed. Next is sulfuric acid, which is found in car batteries and in some drain cleaners. So whenever there is blockage in water pipes, in drainage pipes, then the drain cleaner that is added, it actually contains acid, sulfuric acid. Then the last one is nitric acid, which is used in or which is found in fertilizers and explosive. Apart from these acids, there are many other acids, numerous acids used in everyday life and used in industries for manufacturing purposes. So now, what are bases? Bases are quite different in their properties and reactions from acids. Acids were sour in taste, but bases are bitter in taste and they are soapy to touch. They also turn red litmus paper to blue. As you can see in this figure, a red litmus paper is dipped in a solution and it is turning in blue color. So therefore this is a base. Also, bases when dissolved in water produce OH ions. Let's just discuss some very common bases. For example, baking soda. You all know about baking soda. It is used in cooking for making breads and cakes fluffy and spongy. Then second is borax. Borax is chemically sodium tetraborate and it is used as a disinfectant and as a bleaching agent. Next is magnesium hydroxide. Again, this is a very common base found at homes in antacids. Antacids means eno, gelusil, which are used to cure acidity. Then another is sodium carbonate, which is used in dish detergents. It is found in dish detergents. And another one is sodium hypochlorite, which is again used as a bleaching agent. Bases can also be categorized into different types. On the basis of concentration, bases can be dilute or concentrated. As we have already discussed, we actually already know about this concept of dilute and concentrated. So, low concentration of a base in aqueous solutions will be a dilute base. Means a solution in which the quantity of base is less in water. And in concentrated base, the quantity of base which is dissolved in water is more. So this is a concentrated base. So any base can be made into a dilute or a concentrated one. All depends on the amount of base that is being dissolved in water for preparing its solution. On the basis of strength, These can be of two types, strong base and weak base. Strong bases are those which completely dissociate into their ions when dissolved in water, which means in aqueous solution. Examples are sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide when dissolved in water dissociates completely into its ions sodium and hydroxide. When it comes to weak bases, these do not dissociate completely into its ions in aqueous solution. Best example would be ammonium hydroxide. Since ammonium hydroxide when dissolved in water dissociates to give ammonium and hydroxide ions, but some of the molecules they are unable to dissociate, and also some of the ions, dissociated ions, they combine back to form the molecule, and that is why this arrow is used, and that is why these are known as weak bases.